Last week I made a video talking about just Apex Legends in general and the current state of the game and whether or not I thought that it's still worthwhile for people to pick up the game in 2020 after it's been out for about 15 months now. And you guys really seem to like that. The video did far better than a lot of my other videos. And so I wanted to kind of take that same lens and apply it to season 4. That way we could kind of make this like a type of video that I would do at the end of each season to kind of reflect back on it and to remind you guys of the limited time modes that we had and the events that we had, and also how I think it stacks up with previous seasons. And since season 4 is the only other season that takes place on World's Edge, I'm mainly going to be comparing it with season 3. So if you find that a lot of my points are based off of last season, that's why. Usually I start with the good and the things that I enjoyed, but just because of the chronology of season 4 and how it progressed, I'm actually going to be starting with the things that I didn't like about it, and then we're going to move into the stuff that I think is good and the things that I hope Apex continues to do that they did in this season. And the first thing is probably a sentiment that a lot of people share, and that's how horrible Revenant was off launch. He was so underpowered, there was no reason at all to use his ultimate. In fact, in a large majority of situations, it actually puts you at a disadvantage. His silence was a little bit underpowered, and as a result, a lot of the hype that was built up around Revenant before he hit kind of fizzled out after the first couple days of season 4. And I really hope that's not the same case with Loba, because I'm really excited about her. I think at this point, the devs have really taken the hint about characters needing to be a little bit more powerful when they hit the game, so really hoping that that's the case, because when Revenant dropped, a week after he was in the game, he had a 6% pick rate, which is pretty atrocious. I believe that's about third to last, so hopefully we don't have a repeat of that. But that's mostly why I'm starting with the bad stuff, because we're going to talk about the buffs later on. Another thing that I really don't like very much is Harvester, and this is more of a personal thing, but I've found that just talking to the people in my Discord, which you can find down in the link below, as well as my friend group, nobody really likes Harvester. It really crowds up the center of World's Edge. It's a very obnoxious place to rotate through because it's so big, and it kind of has like these octopus tentacles that come out in multiple directions. And for most of it, you can't climb it. So it's a very difficult area to have to rotate through. I would almost rather go all the way around Capital City if I'm in Sorting Factory, rather than have to rotate through Harvester, just because of the size of it and its density and the different like layers of verticality. Makes it very frustrating. You don't really know where you're being shot from if you're getting attacked. So yeah, I'm not the hugest fan of Harvester. I loved Fuel Depot, but I mean, at this point we can't really do anything about Harvester. It's going to be there until at least season 6 when World's Edge gets an update. And the last thing that I'm really going to hit hard on with season 4 is that the limited time modes were pretty bad, if I'm being honest with you. They were very lackluster. I'm gonna talk about the limited time modes and not the events, because I think the events were really cool. I really enjoyed the system override event. I think the skins were awesome, but we'll talk about that once we get to the good stuff. With the limited time modes though, I'm gonna give you a rundown and remind you, because quite honestly, you've probably forgotten them. We had duos come back and make a resurgence with the Valentine's Day event. Then we had multiple Kings Canyon limited time modes for whatever reason. Then we had Deja Loot for 2 weeks, and now we have Battle Armor, and that's really it. That's all the limited time modes that we've gotten. And Deja Loot and Battle Armor don't really qualify as limited time modes in my book. It's more of like experimental gameplay modes, if that makes sense. Because if you look back at season 3, we had the whole Grand Soiree event, we had the train event, we had the Halloween event. We had incredible limited time modes in season 3. And in season 4, you land with white armor. That's our limited time mode. But with the bad stuff out of the way, let's talk about the stuff that I really enjoyed about season 4. First off, the battle pass. I think every single season they are continually getting better at the battle pass. The skins were phenomenal this battle pass. It's really cool how they were like fully themed with the whole robot and futuristic and simulacrum thing that's going on. So A+ with the battle pass, 100% worth the $10. It's really amazing to me how far they've taken this battle pass since the season 1 battle pass, which I don't even want to talk about. It was really bad. So I'm super excited for next season's Battle Pass. The Old Ways event was incredible. I really enjoyed what they did with Sniper Ridge, turning it into an actual area. The fact that we have AI in the game now is really, really cool and exciting. I'm super hyped to see what they'll do with AI in the future. Hopefully we'll have more of these events, or even things that are on the map. Maybe areas where prowlers just kind of live, and if you go over there, they'll attack you, something like that. Just the whole idea of there being not really a story mode, but just a player versus enemy mode is very exciting for me as well. As previously mentioned, all the skins for the system override were incredible. Octane's butterfly knife is awesome. Another small thing that doesn't really have to do with the gameplay, but the stories from the Outlands for Bloodhound was incredible, as well as all the cosmetics that came with that. I love the fact that Respawn is continuing on with this XP progression where you can get free items. I think that's a really cool way to get people to interact with the game and to play it more and to do the challenges. I also love the fact that we got a Revenant buff midway through the season. I really like the fact that Respawn isn't afraid to buff and nerf and just balance in general while the season is still going on. So A+ job with that, and I hope we see more of that in the future. And then also, obviously, the biggest, hugest, most amazing part is that now we have duos and Kings Canyon permanently, which has changed the game in such an amazing way. Please hashtag bring back Kings Canyon After Dark. Oh, I miss it so much, but we have a map rotation, which is phenomenal, as well as duos, so it's really made my life a lot easier in collecting gameplay when the boys aren't on. Thank you, Respawn, for finally listening to us. Now, hopefully in Season 5, and I'm not really going to talk about this too much because I already have multiple videos on what I hope will come in Season 5, but I'm really excited to see if they continue doing more AI stuff. I'm excited for crossplay. I'm excited for the Reconnect feature that will be present for ranked matches. One thing that I just really hope that they bring back is these like fun, creative, different limited time modes. Tomorrow I will be back with you guys again as always. If you're interested, there are a whole lot of links to a whole lot of awesome stuff down in the description below. If you're not already and you would like to join the club, you can hit that red subscribe button right underneath this video, and I'd really appreciate that. But until next time, guys, take it easy.